Good morning, students. Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss chapter 3rd topic, elementary operations of a matrix. There are 6 operations on a matrix, 3 of which are due to rows and 3 due to columns, which are known as elementary operations or transformation. In which the first one is the interchanging of any 2 rows or 2 columns. Symbolically, the interchange of ith and jth row are denoted by. If we have to denoting them by this Ri double arrow in both the directions of Rj, that means we are changing the ith row to the jth row. And similarly, interchanging the jth and ith columns vice versa. For example, applying R1, R2 to the given matrix A, that means we are changing the position of row 1 and 2 with each other. That means the first row's element, which are 1, 2 and -1, they are to be written down in the second row, while the second row's element, which are -1, 3, root 3, 1, are written down in the first row. This is the first transformation, that is changing row or column simultaneously. The second one is the multiplication of an element of any row or column by a non-zero number. And symbolically, the multiplication of each element of the ith row by k, where k is not equal to 0. That means we have to write down it as Ri tends to k times of Ri. That means whatever is the row we are choosing, say we are choosing the first row and it is multiplied by k, that means we are multiplying the first row by the element k. The corresponding column operation is denoted by Ci tends to k times of Ci. For example, we are applying C3 tends to 1 by 7 C3 to the given matrix B. It is a 2 cross 3 matrix, and we are multiplying 1 by 7 to the third column. That means the third column of this matrix has the element 1 and 1. If we are multiplying this by 1 by 7, then both the elements are becomes 1 by 7 and 1 by 7, which are shown here in the given matrix. And the third elementary transformation is the addition of the elements of any 2 row or column, the corresponding elements of any other row or column multiplied by a non-zero element. That means symbolically, the addition of the elements of ith row, the corresponding element of the jth row multiplied by k. That means we are taking the ith row, added the jth row multiplied by the element k. This will give the transformation or elementary result. Now look at the example. The corresponding column operation is denoted by Ci tends to Ci plus k times of Cj. For example, here it is R2 tends to, that means we are applying this operation in R2 row, second row. That is R2 tends to R2 minus twice of R1. That means we are multiplying the first row element by 2 and subtracting it from second row. Then we are getting this result. Multiplying this 1 by 2 and subtracting from 2, we are getting the result is 0, while this 2 is multiplied by 2 and subtracting from -1, that is -1 of and -4, that becomes -5. So this is the value of the second element of this 2 by 2 matrix. Now Next one is the invertible matrices. How we can define the invertible matrices? For a square matrix of order m, if there exists another square matrix of B of the same order m, such that AB equals to BA equals to I, then B is called the inverse matrix of A, and it is denoted by A inverse, that is A minus 1. In that case, A is said to be invertible. So, for example, we have to given capital A equals to 2, 3, 1, 2 are the element, and capital B is 2 minus 3, minus 1 and minus 2 with the two matrices, and we are finding out the product of matrices AB. It is 2 by 2 matrix. Again, it is 2 by 2 matrix. Then we are getting the result of this 2 by 2 matrix is again a 2 by 2 matrix, which is as. So first of all, we are multiplying the first row element to the column element, and this becomes 2 to the 4, then plus 3 into minus 1, that is minus 3. So it is minus 3. Second element of the first row is 2 into minus 3, it is minus 6, and 3 into 2, it is plus 6. Similarly, now we are multiplying the second row element to the first column element. So it is 2 1 ja 2, and minus of 2, that is multiplication of this element 2 to minus 1 is minus 2. Then second row element is now multiplied to the second column. So it is 1 into minus 3, it is minus 3, then plus 2 into 2, it is 4. So after calculating these values, we found that the elements of the matrix are 1, 0, and 0, 1, which is an identity matrix. So in this case, we can say A is a inverse of B, or B is the inverse of A. Both the matrices are inverse of each other. Further, we have to finding out B cross A, that is B into A, and in that condition, we also found that it is also 1, 0, and 0, 1, that is I. Thus, B is the inverse of A. In other words, B equals to, we can say B equals to A inverse. That means B into A, and multiplying by this inverse to A, we know that that is equals to A is inverse of B. And finally, we are getting this A is equals to B inverse, or B is equals to A inverse. Now, there is an important note is there. A rectangular matrix does not possess inverse matrix, since the product BA and AB to be defined and to be equal. It is necessary that matrix A and B should be square matrix of the same order. If B is the inverse of A, then A is also inverse of B. Vice versa, A and B are both inverses of each other. These are the remarks you have to remember when you are going to solving the problem. Now, in the theorem, uniqueness of the inverse, how we can justify the result by this theorem is, inverse of a square matrix, if it is exists, is unique. That means किसी भी मैट्रिक्स का इनवर्स होगा वो यूनिक होगा, that is one and only one. So let us start with the proof. Let capital A is equals to Aij be a square matrix of order m. M order, that is number of rows and number of columns are same. If possible, let B and C be two. Let B and C be two inverses of A. हम suppose कर रहे हैं पहले कि इसके दो मैट्रिक्स इनवर्स हैं, एक B और C. तो अगर B और C दो मैट्रिक्स हैं तो हमको क्या प्रूव करना है कि B इक्वल्स टू C. दोनों अगर इसके मैट्रिक्स हैं तो दोनों बराबर होने चाहिए. So we have to start with since B is the inverse of A, then using this identity AB equals to BA equals to I. This is the first equation. Since C is also the inverse of A, so we can written down it is AC is equals to CA equals to I. This is also true for the matrices A and C. Thus, now B can written down. B is equals to BI. That means we know that if a square matrix is multiplied to the identity matrix, we are getting as a result of the matrix itself. Now what about I? At the place of I, we are substituting AC from this result. AC, and that is I. I को replace करेंगे हम AC से. Now, of the bracket and B and A taken together. BA and it is BA taken together into C. Now BA from this equation first result. What about the BA? BA equals to I. So we can written down it is BA equals to I, and IC again identity matrix is multiplied to the matrix, then we are getting the matrix itself as a result. So that means we have to proving here, we are to starting with the matrix B, and we are finally getting C as a result. That means B and C both are equal to each other. The next theorem is theorem 4. If A and B are invertible matrices of the same order, then AB inverse, that is the product of matrices AB and its inverse, is always equals to B inverse and A inverse. That is the product of B inverse and A inverse. इसका proof कैसे होगा? You have to look at here. From the definition of the inverse of the matrix, AB into AB inverse equals to 1. Then multiplying both the side by the A inverse, that is the pre-multiplication both side by the inverse A. Then taking together this value, A and A is to be taken together, B and AB is as it is. Then A inverse I. If identity matrix is multiplied to any matrix, we are getting the result is matrix itself. So it is A inverse. Since here it is mentioned A inverse I equals to A inverse. Now A inverse A is equals to, it is equals to I. And if identity matrix is multiplied to any matrix, we are getting the result of matrix itself, that is equals to B. Then AB inverse is equals to A inverse. Now pre-multiplication by B inverse, multiplying both the sides by, this is B inverse. B inverse यहाँ multiply किया और इधर भी B inverse multiply कर दिया. Now taking combined of B inverse B equals to I, and I is multiplied to AB inverse, multiplication of identity matrix to the even matrix is matrix itself. So AB inverse, and finally it is B inverse A inverse. So the AB inverse, where A and B are the square matrix of same order, it is equals to B inverse A inverse. By this theorem, we have to proving the result of right hand side and left hand side. Now, inverse of a matrix by elementary operation, that is whether we have to apply the row transformation or we are going to applying the column transformation. So here is one of the example I am discussing. By using elementary operation, find the inverse of A matrix 1, 2, 2, 1. In order to use the elementary row transformation, we can written down capital A is equals to, this is capital A equals to AI. That means if we have to multiplying the inverse identity matrix to any matrix, we are getting the matrix itself once again. So in this form, we have to written down the values of, in the left hand side we have to written down the matrix A, and in the right hand side we have to written down the value of identity matrix only. This A is kept as it is. इसको हम नहीं लिखेंगे matrix की form में. It is kept A. Now here this is the formation of the matrix, and how this is to be finding out with the help of this first element. we are going to making this second element becomes 0. मुझे इस element को 0 बनाना है केवल, only I am concentrating on this one only. So which operation I have to apply? This is the second row. So second row is tends to second row minus twice of R1. That means if I am multiplying this element R1 is 1 and multiply R1 by 2 and subtracting from second row. So it is 2 minus 2, this element becomes 0. Then this element is again multiplying by 2, 2 to the 4 and subtracting from minus 1. So minus 1 minus 4, it is minus 5. And the same operation we have to applying to the second matrix also. That is this identity matrix. Now again, first row is multiplied by 2 and subtracting from the second row's element. So 0 minus 2, it is minus 2. Here it is 1 is kept constant because of 0 is multiplied by 2. We are getting the 1 only. So this is the value of matrices after operating this operation. Now move on to the next one. Now what we have to do? मुझे इस सेकंड एलिमेंट को इसको आई बनाना है, तो इसके लिए क्या करेंगे? इसको 1 बनाना है, तो 1 बनाने के लिए क्या करेंगे? वी हैव अ चॉइस टू multiplying this second row by minus 1 by 5. Here it is. In this one, applying R2 tends to minus 1 by 5 R2. So this element becomes 1 and the remaining elements are 2 by 5 and minus 1 by 5. Now with the help of this element 1, we are making this element is 0. So what we have to do? Now we are operating in row R1. R1 is to be multiplied. R1 tends to R1 minus 2 times of R2. इस एलिमेंट को 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे और इसमें से सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देंगे. So we are getting it, this element becomes 0. Now we have to completing here the A matrix now becomes the identity matrix of second order, and the matrix I, this becomes the matrix I, which have the value after operating this operation. We are getting it is 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5 and minus 1 by 5 as the elements of this matrix. Now this is the value of A inverse, because we know that A into A inverse equals to I, by which statement we can say the multiple of this side of capital A becomes the inverse of the given matrix. So this is the way in which we are finding out the inverse by applying the row transformation. The alternative method is given here. The completely we have to applying now the column transformation and obtaining the same result. Here it is, this is the same result, which is A inverse equals to 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5 and minus 1 by 5 are the elements of A inverse. Here is another example. You have to go through with this example and try to understand how we can get the inverse of the matrix by applying the row transformation. Its alternate method is again given here by applying completely the column transformation. In this way, we can also find the same result. The A inverse of the given matrix is find out by this one. A inverse is equals to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Second row's element are minus 4, 3, minus 1. Third row's elements are 5 by 2, minus 3 by 2 and 1 by 2. There is another example, example number 25. Here we have to finding out the P inverse, where P is given to us. So in the same way, we are finding out the inverse of the given matrix. The exercise 3.3, 3.4 is started here, and I'm sharing you the PDF of this exercise on the website. You have to look at the solution of these problems and try to understand how the problems are to be simplified here. If you are facing any difficulty, any doubt, please ask me in the discussion forum of the website. I will try to clear your doubts or the queries or the question asked by you. This is all about from my side. The solution is uploaded to the website. Hope so. You will understand. Go through with this PDF solution and complete your homework in your mathematics notebook. There are question number 7, 8, there are 9 questions, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. In all these questions, we have to apply the row transformation to finding out the inverse of a matrix by using row transformation or column transformation. This is all about from my side. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hope so you are understanding the things which I have discussed here.